Hello to any and all movie nerds and fans out there. Welcome to Film Obsessed, where today we are going to be talking about the new movie coming to theaters this upcoming weekend, Alien Romulus. The movie has given us one of 2024's best movie marketing campaigns yet, and that is what I am breaking down in this video. We are going to run through the good that it did to get fans excited. If you are someone who has been looking forward to the movie as a casual fan or is a general hardcore Alien franchise fan, let me know down below in the comments and give the video a like and subscribe. I'm trying to build a film community on this channel and I'd really appreciate your support as we run through the video. Without further ado, sit back, relax, grab some popcorn, and let's jump right into it. As someone who graduated with a master's in digital marketing and is always excited for when I get to see some of my favorite kinds of marketing, which is movie marketing, Alien Romulus spares no expense when giving us some of 2024's best. Not just when it comes to horror movies, but just all movies in general right now that have come out. It has done some great things to get people excited, which is why it is tracking as highly as it is right now with where it is going to open at the box office, potentially setting a record for the overall franchise domestically. So let's get right into talking about the first thing in the marketing where they have done really well, which is the trailers. Trailers, when it comes to the digital side of marketing campaigns for movies, is always the biggest thing that you are showing to the audience, and I can happily say that they did a great job on all of them. There is one very particular thing that these trailers did that, quite frankly, I actually hope all movies do moving forward in the future, specifically when it comes to a film that is already tied to other movies in a franchise. So firstly, I don't know how many people watching this video who are either subscribed to my channel or not are of the age where they saw the first teaser trailer for the original Alien in 1979. I watched that trailer for the first time not that long ago, and when you put two and two together, you see that that trailer is the exact same as the teaser for Alien Romulus if you put both side by side. They are literally the same. So there is a bit of inspiration, I guess, seeing the way Romulus did it, kind of making a replica of sorts from the teaser of the 1979 film. Well, it just so happens that I think there is context to that. Apparently, it is rumored that the man himself, the director of Alien Romulus, Fede Álvarez, actually made the trailers himself for the movie, at least with regards to the first two. Which, if true, I think it makes sense if that is the case, because the first two are probably the best ones out of the three. Why other movies don't do this kind of thing, I have no idea, quite honestly. I think it is something that movies in a franchise and just in general should be doing more. Not only is he taking inspiration from the past given his love for the Alien franchise, but he himself is also telling you, the audience, that this is the tone of what his movie is going to be like. It's not just some random trailer editor making the trailer who thinks he or she knows what the tone is going to be like. To give an example, I'm sure some here watching have probably seen the trailer for Gladiator 2 already. The music in that trailer completely diminishes what the tone of the film is like, and it just does not fit stylistically with the setting of that movie. When you look at Alien Romulus and you see the music that they used, but also how they fit in the usage of sound design, it just makes it feel more terrifying. They did a superb job on that, and that is why the trailers are as good as they are. Again, if it is true that Fede is the one who edited these trailers, he understands what he's doing, but he also understands what the audience is looking for in a film of this kind of franchise. He's already been pretty open about the fact that he's taking this franchise back to its roots, like how it started with the original 1979 Alien film. Basically, where he's trying to make it more of a horror film as opposed to an action film, featuring mythological themes of religion and worship, like with where the most recent Alien films went under Ridley Scott. He is infusing that formula into these trailers, along with his inspiration for what came in the past by taking the first trailer for the 1979 film and basically replicating it for the first teaser in Romulus. The second Alien Romulus trailer might be one of the best pieces of art ever created. I adore that trailer, so much within how it is edited, but also how it used sound design to invoke, again, the themes of Alien. It takes the slogan of "In space, no one can hear you scream" quite literally when at the very end of the trailer, it cuts out all the audio, featuring nothing but a high-pitched ringing noise as you see the chaos ensue. It's just beautiful in every way, and it's storytelling taken to the max, and in my opinion, that's what you've got to do in your marketing. You have to tell a story. That's how you get people excited to go and see stuff. It doesn't matter if you're doing it in a trailer, a poster, or whatever form of marketing you're doing. So yeah, I think you can probably tell that the trailers were maybe some of my favorite parts of the marketing campaign, arguably, but there's other stuff that I do want to talk about. Let's move on over to another area of the digital side of the campaign. So one thing that I really like that entertainment can do when promoting their product is when they are actually confident enough to show some of the behind the scenes of what they're working on. This can be the case for a movie, a television show, a video game, or whatever else. If you are confident enough to show the work of how the film can get made, but then also simultaneously appreciate everyone who worked on it, then that also gets an audience member to buy into it more because they know what they are spending money on will go to something that also was given passion to with hard work and will give them a good time. I've really loved them showing off the behind the scenes of the sets and the props of what they're using, like with showing off the animatronic face huggers and then the animatronic alien bodies that they're using for the practical xenomorphs. Like, just look at some of the videos that you're seeing right here, right now. This stuff just looks insanely cool. Like, how can you not get excited for this? The interviews with Fede, Álvarez, and Ridley Scott, as well as the cast of actors who are much younger and lesser well known, have been very good as well. With Fede and Ridley, it feels like you're watching an apprentice learn from the master, given that Fede is a lover of the franchise, and Ridley is essentially now passing it on to the next generation of filmmakers to tackle. It truly did show that a lot of good intention was involved when making this movie. I've been seeing this a lot lately in the last several years with a few things that I've come to enjoy in entertainment, namely a video game that I played recently with something like the Dead Space remake, or one of my now favorite television shows of all time in Shogun. Those two properties did a really good job of giving people a look at how everything was made before they came out and then even after. I think it's a really smart tactic to utilize within your marketing, and I'm glad that this movie latched onto that, like if it was a face hugger latching onto a person's face. Now, I want to move over and talk about some of the more fun and juicy stuff that sadly I think some out there might find a little weird and cringy, but me personally, I think it's really smart stuff and it needs to be utilized a lot more on movies. This is of course around the more traditional aspects of marketing that this movie has gone through with, and they spared no expense on this side either. Firstly, let's talk about the movie's popcorn bucket. Now, this has been a very awesome trend lately for other movies as far as the creativity that this kind of marketing can bring, but also just something really cool as a collectible that a person can take home with them if they want to go and experience the movie utilizing it. Lately, we have seen this with movies like Deadpool and Wolverine, Dune 2, and then even here now with Alien Romulus, and the bucket for Alien Romulus looks just awesome in every single way. It is a regular bucket, but with a face hugger attachment on the side, as it looks like it's about to enter inside of the bucket. Really smart thinking on that, and of course, it utilizes something within the world of Alien for its design. Now, there is another popcorn bucket out there that I have found online that apparently is also being used, and it is not one that is even a bucket, but is just the head of a xenomorph customized to hold popcorn. Now, I actually don't know if this is an official one as opposed to the face hugger bucket, which I think is the actual official one. If someone can correct me on this, the details of whether or not the xenomorph one are real are a bit murky for me to find online, but it is cool that I have seen this as something that could go out to people online to use and buy. I've said it before, but this is not just good marketing for the movie, but it is also good marketing for the movie theaters themselves, because it gets people to go and buy the popcorn at the theaters, which is where movie theaters get most of their money and sales as opposed to tickets for the films. Another area of traditional marketing that this movie has ventured into is what I like to call real-time marketing. Real-time essentially characterizes the idea of something that gets done within the moment in a real place for human beings to witness. Alien Romulus did this, and again, in a very smart way. In various locations, they would have people on the floor or sitting around somewhere with a face hugger on their face, and essentially cosplay as if they were someone who just got taken control of. In the movies, that is essentially what happens. When a face hugger takes a hold of you and is in control of your body, you basically go limp and go unconscious. It is a very smart move to do something like this because, again, it gets eyes on it through people in the moment as they pass by someone reenacting this, but then they'll post about it on social media if they want to take a video or a picture. So it's simultaneously doing traditional and digital marketing, which is why I am so surprised that more marketing teams don't reenact this kind of thing in their movies. It is a really good idea that not only utilizes a good way to spend money, but also is effective in how far and wide it can get passed around to people. 20th Century Fox, who is another studio involved with the making of Alien Romulus, has been doing a lot of great marketing this year, probably better than most other studios, and another film they did something similar on was Kingdom of the Planet of of the Apes, where they had actual human beings dress up as apes and ride on horseback around major cities. If anybody here is watching this video, if there is one lesson that I can give to you that you should absolutely take when considering any kind of marketing, it is the notion of thinking outside of the box. You just have to realize that there are people in the world who not only do not have social media, but might also not be up to date on everything because they don't have social media or follow everything as instinctively in the news as, say, someone like me. Creative and outside of the box kind of ideas are what set marketing campaigns apart from each other, and where you see certain movies become more successful than others because they implemented those ideas. That is why I bring around that point that I made at the beginning of the video, where I said that this movie is potentially on track to be the biggest domestic opening of the entire Alien franchise. The marketing of the film has significantly helped boost that a lot, and I feel like the proof is in the pudding with all the examples that I have brought in this video. Another lesson that is important to consider when making marketing is that all your marketing has to tell a story. I haven't even mentioned it yet, but the posters for this movie have also been spectacular and have done a great job to tell the story of what the movie is going to be like. It's basically just marketing the Alien franchise, but it is marketing that in a way where it's taking it back to the roots and the formula of what worked in the original film. The posters give off that horrifying vibe and the sense that the movie is going to give you a good scare. It is stuff like that you always have to consider when making these kinds of things, and it needs to be communicated a lot more throughout other studios, because what Alien Romulus did should be done throughout all other marketing campaigns, especially when you've got a lot of confidence in your movie to be really good and great in quality. Finally, before we end off the video, I want to give a massive shout out to someone on Twitter who I think you all should go and give a follow to, because he is one of the bigger people online who helps promote marketing for films, and in particular ones that Disney owns. His name is Dustin Sandoval. He is the VP of Social Media and Digital for Lucasfilm, and he oversees content programming, digital content creative, and editorial strategy for all of Lucasfilm's digital platforms. So while his focus is mainly Star Wars and anything else that Lucasfilm owns, he does help promote other stuff, and if you are big into marketing like I am, then definitely give him a follow. With that all being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is where the video is going to end. If you are someone who has seen all the marketing or any of the marketing for Alien Romulus, let me know if you loved it like I did. Leave your comments down below about what you think about my commentary on all of it as well. If you want to see more moving forward from me on this channel with regards to film and you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and also subscribe if you are new here, and turn on that notification bell to be updated for when I upload again. So yeah, that's a wrap, folks. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you all soon for the next video.